Hi, my name is Colbert, and let's start with Tomb Raider. It is in the 88th place among the best rated Steam games of all time. Yeah, I was surprised as well. So, it is fair to say that this is the best Tomb Raider game ever released, and if you were thinking about playing some game from this franchise but couldn't decide where to start, there is your answer. Start with this one. And I have some good news. Although this game is really cheap on Steam right now, it's even cheaper on Epic, and by cheaper I mean completely free, until January 6th. And not only this game, but also Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider as well. Black Mesa. This is an original Half-Life, just with better graphics and better, everything. It is made by fans and it is made so good that overwhelmingly positive reviews are quite an obvious thing here. Although do not mistake this game with a simple remaster. This game consists of completely reimagined and refined single-player campaign, including all new and expanded Zen levels. No more clunky old-school graphics, no compatibility problems, great gameplay, and a really interesting suspenseful story. You'll find 19 chapters of fighting in top-secret labs, running atop harsh desert landscapes, sneaking into abandoned railways, and leaping across dimensions, where you face off against an army of classic enemies, updated with new features and even upgraded AI. Also, a completely new soundtrack and voice acting creates a more immersive experience than ever before. That's not a promise, I just hope so. My friend Pedro. This is a violent ballet about friendship, imagination, and one man's struggle to obliterate anyone in his path. The strategic use of split aiming, slow motion, and the old stylish window bridge create one action sequence after another. If I had to describe this game in one word, it would be, fluid, intuitive. Well, that's 3 words, but I was never good at counting. Anyway, this game is pure carnage, with amazing features like time slowing and killing enemies with a frying pan. People on Steam are talking that this is a platforming Max Payne, although yellower and with Adidas tracksuit. And Pedro, it's not you, it's a talking banana which makes you commit murders. Great game. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Here you are, a disgraced and disfigured warrior rescued from the brink of death. Bound to protect a young lord who is descended of an ancient bloodline, you become the target of many vicious enemies. When the young lord is captured, nothing will stop you on a perilous quest to regain your honor, not even death itself. Yeah, except death will definitely stop you many times. Keep in mind that Sekiro is the creation of the same developers as the Souls games. Here you will explore late 16th century Sengoku Japan, a brutal period of constant life and death conflict as you come face to face with larger-than-life foes in a dark and twisted world. You will unleash an arsenal of deadly tools and powerful ninja abilities while you blend stealth and visceral head-to-head combat in a bloody confrontation. Game is really hard, but there is a solution for people who have troubles with these types of games. It's really simple. Just stop being a noob and learn to play. Dishonored. Here you are, the assassin who is given supernatural abilities by a mysterious entity. This is a stealth game, although you can play it as a brute force lover as well. You just have to be way better with controls, because fighting multiple enemies is real challenge here. The best part of Dishonored comes in combining all your powers with your weapons and finding your own way through the semi-open world environments. People on Steam are talking that this game makes you feel like John Wick with superpowers, but I have to disagree. John Wick is a superpower himself. Interesting thing is that the genre of Dishonored is whale punk, a subgenre of steampunk where most of the energy is gathered from the hunted whales and they're fat. So, your mama, she wouldn't be safe in this world, oh no. Hotline Miami. A game where you shoot things while listening to amazing music. What could be better? Well, probably a lot of things, but let's not dive into our fantasies of things we cannot afford. But you know what you can afford? To buy this game. Also to become my supporter here on YouTube or on Patreon. Alright, I know, that was a nice try. Anyway, Hotline Miami wouldn't be this good if not for music. The atmosphere it creates along with the carnage on the screen is the best kind of symbiosis I have ever seen. Well, except that instance of symbiosis when the tape worm makes you slimmer so you could go to the world of Dishonored and not be hunted for your fat. People on Steam are talking that after playing this game they had to change the R button on the keyboard, because the point of this game is to make a perfect run, and it's not perfect if you die, so you press R to restart over and over again. So keep in mind that it is hard. Harder than you can imagine.
That's what he said.
Dwarf Romantic. This is a relaxing building strategy and puzzle game in which you place tiles to create ever-growing, idyllic village landscapes. With Dwarf Romantic, you can immerse yourself in a quiet, peaceful world at any time and take a break from everyday life, which usually sucks. At the same time, the game offers a challenge for those who are looking for one. You need to carefully plan and strategically place your tiles. So you, again, will use that tiny organ between your ears. And it's good for you to take a break from killing countless zombies, riding dragons, and hunting Bigfoot. It somehow reminds me of a tabletop game named Carcassonne. If you like that, you will love this game as well, and vice versa. Inside. Guys who created Limbo later created this masterpiece, and I'm not exaggerating, the game has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam for a reason. People are talking that Inside is one of the most atmospheric games they have ever played, and that is a big statement for a game that is actually just a platformer. Inside has beautiful graphics, great controls, and interesting puzzles to solve that will keep you pinned to your chair for about 4 hours, because this game is really short, but worth every penny, and this price is more than right. BioShock Infinite. I just realized that I have never featured BioShock Infinite in any of my countless lists I have made over 6 years. So let me elaborate on what this game is all about. To say short, this is a first-person shooter with a wonderful single-player story. While the first and second BioShock games were set on the water, this time you go high in the sky, to the city among the clouds named Columbia. The year is 1912, and you have to rescue a mysterious girl or die trying. One man on Steam is saying very wise words about it. Listen to that.
Before I played this, I had a small penis, no girlfriend, and no will to live. None of these things have changed, but the game is pretty good.
And I agree, this game is really good. RimWorld. This game is in 8th place by rating among the best Steam games of all time. That is pretty high, probably even higher than Seth Rogen right now. No, I'm kidding, that is not possible. RimWorld is a sci-fi colony sim driven by an intelligent AI storyteller. Inspired by Dwarf Fortress, Firefly, and Dune, RimWorld is designed to co-author tragic, twisted, and triumphant stories about imprisoned pirates, desperate colonists, starvation, and survival. It works by controlling the random events that the world throws at you. Every thunderstorm, pirate raid, and traveling salesman is a card dealt to your story by the AI storyteller. There are several storytellers to choose from. Randy Random does crazy stuff, Cassandra Classic goes for rising tension, and Phoebe Chillax likes to relax. You begin with 3 survivors of a shipwreck on a distant world, and then your story begins. You will have to manage colonists' moods, needs, wounds, illnesses, and addictions, watch colonists develop and break relationships with family members, lovers, and spouses, replace wounded limbs or organs with prosthetics, bionics, or biological parts harvested from others, fight pirates, tribes, mad animals, giant insects, and ancient killing machines. This game is not only huge, it is massive, but not as massive as your mama. Thank you for watching, consider subscribing and hitting that notifications button. Even if you are subscribed already, click on that bell, let us be friends with benefits. Have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye.